Hi, happy 2021. Happy New Year, everyone. Are you familiar with Havilah, Cunnington, and Truth Table Ministries? Every year, the first of the year, she does a 15-day study, and this year is I Do Boundaries. So I'm going to use this as a vlog to remind myself of the lessons I learned throughout this study, and hopefully you get something out of it too. She just said boundaries are more than saying no to people. And that is where I am right now. I'm going through this study because self-discipline is something that I want to develop more in my life for reasons that I'll explain in some other vlog at some point. But she just said boundaries are more than saying no to someone. And she's going to speak more on that, but it made me realize that boundaries are also internal. So when you set boundaries for yourself, you are developing self-discipline. So I'm going to keep that in mind as we speak about boundaries. Boundaries are a way for us to maintain control in a world that demands too much from us. Internal boundaries, or self-discipline, which is not necessarily the focus of her study, but something, again, I'm focusing on, allow me to stay on top of things so that I can live more intentionally as opposed to reactively, which is sort of how things have been going recently. She's telling a story about her infant son and someone else holding them and then taking off out the door with them. Now, this doesn't look to be nefarious, but the point is she let someone else do something, and while she's in the middle of a project that can't be stopped at the moment, her newborn, her baby, that thing that's inside of her, because she hasn't set clear boundaries to protect it, someone else has hijacked. And how often because I haven't allowed slick, clear boundaries on the goals and plans and the different things in my life, do I allow them to be sidetracked and other stuff come and sweep away or take out the door those things I'm supposed to do due to a lack of defined boundaries from the start. The internal pressures of what you feel like you're supposed to be doing and what you know you need to do versus the other responsibilities that you have accepted or have been foisted upon you will cause, when you start to feel that overwhelming stress, not well, I've got a lot to do, but if I'm, stay on top of it, I'll get it all done, but that conflicting, overwhelming stress that will cause physical ailments in our body, will cause mental ailments like depression. Those kinds of things will sidetrack you from being able to accomplish even the smallest things. So while you can't make everyone happy, and it's not your job to make anyone happy, it's your job to follow your purpose. By attempting to make everyone happy and not setting those boundaries early on, and then evaluating them and setting them for yourself and holding yourself to those boundaries, you will sidetrack your ability to accomplish anything that you want to. And then you will not be happy even with your own self. The 3 W's that she focused on today were to watch with him, work with him. Let me rephrase that. We want to walk with him, we want to watch him, and we want to work with him being God. When we put God first and we walk with him and we stay in his word and in his prayer and we watch his example and we ask him to be a part of our works and our labors and our plans and our goals, then we will be empowered to say yes where we need to say yes and no where we need to say no, because we will learn to recognize the voice of God, and he is our encourager. Zephaniah says that he will exalt over you with loud song. So by walking watching and working with God as opposed to for God, as partners and laborers in his harvest and the things that he has called us to do, then our boundaries become easier to set in obedience to his word. Okay, so she mentions near the end of her video for today that she's a great starter, but she's not a great finisher. This is me. I like to organize projects. I get excited about possibilities, but when it comes to nitty gritty and finishing, I am not good. Which is one of the reasons why we're on this study, I think. In any case, 15 days I can do. So, go on this journey with me, or you may be in a different place in your self-development. Go check out Havilah Cunnington, Truth to Table, I Do Boundaries Free Bible Study. Join it with me. And I am going to, at her suggestion, paint my nails later today bright red. Not a color I would typically go for, but it's something people notice, and it will hold me accountable to talk about it. So when people ask me about my red nails, then I can say it's because I am starting 2020 with I Do Boundaries. So, I know that doesn't make sense to you. It makes sense to me. You come up with your own story. Anyway, I'll talk to you guys later. Feel free to comment, DM, and check out a Bible study, because these are my thoughts on the study for me. You will be in a different place, and you will have something completely different and different thoughts. And I'm interested to hear what you have to say about Havilah's Bible study, I Do Boundaries Bible study, and what you're getting out of it. So go check her out. Give me some comments.